Okay, so we're getting into this windy area now, where the wind is starting to pick up. I'm going to show you a little different view. You can see the rain blowing off of this bunk system's roof. I'm going to walk back over here. This is where my mom was raised. This is where my grandfather and my uncle had their cows years ago. I think my uncle sold the cows in, hell year was that, 94. My grandfather died in 92, and he sold the cows in 94. Pretty certain. I think he made it a year and a half. Ooh, man. I cannot squeeze my fat ass in there, but I can go under. Let me go through this obstacle system here. Oh, that water's cold. I went around the wrong way. They got it kind of blockaded there. All right. So this is a military Quonset. I guess I could have went through here like all the other animals do. Yeah, you're not able to see what I can see. These GoPros don't really have any zoom feature. I wanted to walk down through there. Maybe I will anyway. Let me dig my way through here like the groundhogs and stuff. I'm gonna get soaking wet for you. This is actually, even though it's a tropical depression, it is cold. So this water keeps running, and there is a break here between the two fields. My grandfather had a fence out here, and this to the left was the pasture, and this to the right was the field. Oh, but I got a cocklebur issue here. That's nice to see. Not. The ears on this corn are just unbelievable. See where the herbicide stops and the corn starts, you know. That cocklebur is wicked. So anyway, my mom and my dad are kind of interested to see where this water's coming from, but I know where it's coming from. Right down there's a low spot, and all the water that runs through this field is following the rows. I got decent brace ears. This corn is at 5.5, 6 feet tall. The ear is the corn ears are. I'm quite impressed with the way this corn looks. I don't know. I'm getting some tassel corn in here, which is not something I like, but it happens. Seems like it's happening on either their suckers or whether it's a double that kind of came up later. There's a few of them, but the wind is going to start blowing here pretty good pretty soon. Down in Cape May, they just had a recorded wind of, what the hell was it? Over 100. So it's coming. We are on the east side of it, so we're on the wet side, which means there's going to be a lot of water. Now, I don't need a lot of water on this corn and then a lot of wind. I can have a lot of water, it's fine, but the wind is what's getting me. Look at these. These secondary ears are just unbelievable. This ear, that's 9 inches from tip of my pinky to the tip of my thumb is 9 inches. And it's filled pretty much within, right there, it's filled to 8 inches. Plus I get this secondary ear, which is another 9 inches, and I can feel it to right about there. So this is gonna be quite a crop if it doesn't go flat. If it goes flat now, I'm fucked. Woo! But yeah, look at this wind just coming up the channel here. As you can see, the husk, God, I don't even know what this, oh, that's freaking, I don't know what that is. Nightshade. That's nightshade. You can see the husks on this stuff are starting to die back a little bit. I'm getting stretched out. This ear is clear. That's full. I'm not going to pull it back just yet because I'm nowhere near maturity. And that's the outside row. If you want to look on the inside rows here, I'm going to get sink into my gills here. The ears are just as high. Not so many doubles in here, which is expected. I wouldn't really want them to double up anyway because it's just going to cause problems. But yeah, the ears are here. They just need to fill. And with this water that's running, I don't think I'm gonna have a problem from now on. I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Good crop. I could walk down there farther, but I'm not going to. Anyway, I'm like a drowned rat. GoPros are waterproof. One of the good things about GoPro is they're waterproof. Nightshade and hemp dogbane ragweed here. So it's a good check. This is what the weeds would look like if they went without herbicide. There goes a nice gust. Probably a 15-20 mile an hour gust. You know, the nice thing about this corn is it has excellent standability. When I bought it, I required it to have excellent standability, in which it does. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, weed control in here is pretty near perfect. I don't like walking in there because it's nasty in there. These stalks are just absolutely brutal. The leaves are like sharp, they cut you. I'm gonna be soaked in my underwear here pretty soon. So, I don't know. I'm thinking we've got a decent crop. Damn good crop. For one thing, it's gonna be a damn good corn crop. Two things, secondary crop is the fodder. And that's that. I got so many calls. So from the truck, you can see it's bowing over pretty good. Well, not now, it isn't, because the wind stopped. It's weird. Anyway, they got a hurricane or a tornado touchdown, from what I understand, in Philadelphia. Now, I'm not 100% sure. It's what I heard on the radio. Possibility of a tornado. Those are wonderful. That corn is just brilliant, I'll tell you. It's awesome. Anyway, yeah, here's more corn. Got this thing in 4-wheel drive. It's got to come out. It doesn't turn worth a damn. I got a rain gauge over here, so I'm gonna hop out and take a quick look at that rain gauge. If you want to come along, you're more than welcome. Here's the corner where I've got my rain gauge. I got it in clear sight. I don't have it where it's gonna be a problem. Oh, you take a look in here. Let's see what we've got now. Wow, that thing looks like it's, what do we got in there? 3 inches. We're at 3 inches right now. So there's 3 inches of rain here. You look on the ground, I had eggshells that I had gotten and put on here, and that seems to, they break down slowly, obviously. But yeah, look at this. Ears are just unbelievable. Had a deer bite some of that off. Unreal. I don't know. We're gonna find out what it yields here when I pick it. 3 inches of rain right now is gonna, you know, definitely fill the ear and finish it out. I have no reason to think, unless it goes flat on me, I have no reason to think that it is going to be anything less than 200 bushels. So that's it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Okay, so here's a view of the main field, I guess you would call it that. There's, I don't know, 80 acres right there or so. Starting to get some water coming up around the bales. What we're trying to do is to avoid erosion by putting those bales of hay there, and it's working. There's the engineers that set this up. This road used to be set a little different. My grandfather had a berm to stop any of erosion, but the idiot engineers from the local Department of Public Works, that engineers. Okay, so here's some grass. Yep, you're gonna see some grass. I put down dry. Actually, Timothy spread this one. I spread over at the farm where the corn was just at. This was some of the first hay that we took off. Actually, I think it was some of the first hay we took off. Put 40 units of nitrogen. I put down 32 or 34 units of potash and 28 units of sulfur. 28 units of sulfur. No, it wasn't 28. 18 units of sulfur. If you look here to the left where I'm pointing at this stack of hay, I'm getting very wet. The rain is coming in pretty hard. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. That's the tarp, one of the tarp piles. Yesterday there was a lot more there. We decided we would bring it home and put it on a pile at home. I can show you this here. More than likely I'm gonna have to come back in here with 2,4-D. I see some weeds developing, so I'm gonna have to come in with some 2,4-D. I've got some in stock right now. I'll have to come back and get it because there's weeds. Now those weeds, they will come up and really destroy the quality of that hay. I have every intention of putting that into idiot blocks or big bales and putting it in a building and taking it to an auction. I'm not selling it privately anymore because, well, let's just say because. Anyway, I'm going to go over another road and show you the difference between this and composted hay. Okay, so the difference, I'm getting drenched. The difference between this and that over there is just that we put compost on this spring. Timothy you saw the video when I did it. Weed control is better because the grass is thicker. It's a healthier grass. It's probably 3 to 4 inches taller than that over there, and it's all because of the compost. So pretty happy with that. This is all going to go into small bale production, I believe, or big bales, and then it'll go to an auction. Same with the little bales, it'll all go to auction. The only thing I got one person that I will sell to privately. Other than that, they can all go to hell. That's it. I'm done with that. I'll get paid right away. So you see it blowing in the wind there. It's pretty nice. Anyway, I've got tarps of hay. Here, this is even nicer over here on my left. This had 2 years in a row compost, last year and this year. I was considering putting this into corn this spring because of spots like that, but for the most part it has come back with an absolute vengeance. Same regiment, 35, 0, 32, 18. That's what that is. Beautiful. It is beautiful. I'm quite pleased with that. We're going to let this grow right on up through the month of August and hit it the first week or two of September. And it should produce quite a bit. Now I got a phone call. I believe I said this already. If the storm is over, it's the next day. Now, I wanted to see what this looked like out between the upper field and the lower field, and to see how the corn has fared, because wind is kind of funny. It will follow channels like this right down. Well, this is where we had cut all the trees out. This was, at one time, it was only about 4 feet wide, okay? My grandfather would come out and mow it with a brush hog, or my uncle would, but the new tenant, or the tenant that was on here for so many years, he decided that he was above mowing, I guess. He decided he would just let it grow up into bushes. Well, that irked the hell out of me. For all those years that we had, I didn't have this place, my grandparents' place. This whole line clear back turned into trees, and this spring, if you remember the videos, we had cut them down and chopped them up. But I'm just looking for damage from the wind, and I am finding some. Now, it's in weaker corn, no brace roots whatsoever. On this, it has a half-ass ear on it, so this must be where the fertilizer spreader wasn't working quite as good as it should have been. And you get on up in here where there's actual brace roots like that, and life is good. It's good. Ears are decent. Not all of them are perfect, but they are not too bad. I was having problems in this particular field with the fertilizer spreader, so I just want to see what it all looks like on up through here. And obviously this stuff, I'm hoping it'll come back up. whether it comes back up or re-roots and sets out brace roots, and it'll probably arc its way back up, I don't know, or it will continue to lodge. Really didn't have terrible wind, but the wind was bad enough to cause some light damage. 6 inches of rain too. But you can see down here that there's absolutely no brace root here. None. So where there are brace root, well, you can see it worked at it. I mean, it really worked it over. I don't know how deep these roots go, but right here, they can't go that deep. So I know this was poor fertilization. I had problems. I didn't want to throw the fertilizer, and this is the other thing. I didn't want to throw the fertilizer into these terraces. I really didn't. Ooh, I didn't at all, but it happened. So it didn't happen. I didn't throw it in there. I actually, of course, I didn't get it right up close to the edge as well either. So, but if you go to this side, I've got the same thing going on, and these have good brace. Well, yeah, these have good brace roots on. I was hoping that it wouldn't do this, but man, maybe this will trigger this corn to, this is going to impact the yield. Definitely going to impact the yield. I don't like that at all. I got good fertility here, I really do, but it's a really tall variety. This shit's 10-12 feet tall. But all in all, I can't say that it's terrible. It's just a little here and there, you know. There's some there. And I'm hoping that right now we don't get any rain for a week or two, and it can recover a little bit in the root system. Just a little. And we go on from there, obviously. Look at these ears. Look at this. And if you take my finger, just from the tip of my pinky to the tip of my thumb is 9 inches. That ear is huge. That's a 10-inch ear. Look at this guy. That's a 10-inch ear or better. That's 10, 11-inch ear. And that little sucker, this little sucker here is never going to do anything but take from that ear. So let's take it apart. I'll put you between my legs right quick here. I don't know if you can see this, but yeah. Let's see what it will produce. Okay. So, obvious things were getting dry, but it pollinated. It had pollinated that whole ear all the way up. The problem was that it just didn't have the moisture to fill. Now we've got the moisture to fill. So, I don't know. We're gonna see what it does. We'll see what it turns into, that's for sure. See, now with all these trees and stuff here, you see that? That's not good. I'm gonna have to either scoop them up and dump them someplace, or just sit back and relax and let them rot over the next 10 years. I don't know. I'm not the type of person to sit back and relax and watch things rot. But, wow. Did have some erosion. 6 inches of rain, you can see with the silt. You just silted out there, kind of annoys me. Got some cockleburs coming in. Thank you to the last farmer who only used Roundup and never did get them under control with Roundup. Actually probably created a resistance to Roundup because of that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm anxious to harvest it when it's ready. That's for sure. But here he comes. I don't know what that is. Interesting. It's not a Cessna, I know that. Could be a Piper. Might be a Cessna. I don't know. I flew Pipers and Cessnas both. That is a jungle in here. Just along the edge here did not go over. Coons are in here. Yep, that's raccoons. Bastards are climbing up and getting these ears. Knocking, that's wind damage. Yeah, definitely wind damage. So we put these bales, my dad put these bales here to prevent it washing out, and obviously it went under the bales. Well, here comes a car.